Michael, what is the attitude or the mindset that you guys had to have to come into Los Angeles in not a must-win situation for you guys, but to pull it off and to take a commanding 3-0 lead?
I think the mindset is you have to go out there and take it. I think, at this point of the season, I just told the guys after this win, you're fighting human nature. Up 3-0, what's the natural inclination? Take a deep breath, relax, and that's when you get yourself into trouble. We said the same thing going to Minnesota in Game 3, and we did it. We didn't do it against Phoenix, but tonight I give our guys credit because this game was so many games within a game. The Jamal Murray first half, 30 points, played just unbelievable basketball. Nikola Jokic gets in foul trouble. Now, this is the key time of the game. Are we going to survive with Nikola on the bench with 4 fouls? And we did. I thought KCP was unbelievable in that stretch. Made big play, made big shots, and our defense stepped up to hold water while Nikola was out. Nikola, you can't keep him down for a whole game. And the end of the game, him and Jamal rather playing 2-man game. And I have to give credit where credit is due. That was Nikola's call. He said on the bench, let's go to this play. Let me and Jamal play whole side of the floor, and we'll make the right reads. And we milked that down the stretch. So Coach Jokic did a great job tonight. So proud of our group. I mean, again, second half, 42% for them. Fourth quarter, 41% for them. And I think the greatest stat for this night was 30 assists, only 6 turnovers. On the road against that team who you knew was going to be very desperate and urgent, we did not beat ourselves tonight. So I'm proud of our group. We're not celebrating. We have to get another win and to close this thing out.
Ramona?
Coach.
Hey, Ramona.
You've referenced Minnesota, you referenced Phoenix from this year, but obviously your team's been through a lot of playoff battles over the years. How much do you think that experience has helped this team in this series?
Oh, I think a lot. I think this team is, playoff tested. This is 5 years in a row, and we've advanced out of the first round most of those years, except last season when we lost to the eventual world champion in Golden State. And most importantly for me, Ramona, is when we're healthy, what this team did a few years ago in the bubble. Obviously, we lost to these very Lakers in the Western Conference Finals, but to come back from 3-1 deficits to win multiple Game 7s, and to have Jamal Murray healthy and Michael Porter healthy with a great crew around Nikola. Bruce Brown has been unbelievable for us. That guy, what a great pickup. Give Calvin Booth a ton of credit. The trade for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in this offseason, getting Aaron Gordon a few years ago. This group is capable of doing great things, and they believe. They believe right now. And, belief is a very powerful thing.
Right. Second row there.
Hey, Michael. The maturity and the poise that you guys played with tonight, the raucous atmosphere, the Lakers kept charging, and it didn't seem like you guys buckled. Is that a maturity that you've been wanting to see, that you have seen all season with this group? Yeah,
it is. I mean, I think, we've been in first place since middle of December, and this team has gone on the road and beaten some really good teams. Last season we set a franchise record for road wins. So, we have the ability and the confidence to go on the road and beat really good basketball teams. And I think the word you used is very appropriate. I did see poise tonight. Foul trouble, Nikola going out. There wasn't a panic. It was, okay, he's out. That means somebody else has to step up. And I think that's something our team has done time and time again. I know it's cliche, but that next man up mentality has really served us well over the years.
Front row here in the plan.
Michael, just 5 turnovers.
Is that plaid or flannel?
Your call. What do you think? But just 5 turnovers from you guys tonight. Who sets the tone in that department?
Well, I think Nikola and Jamal. I mean, those are our primary ball handlers. Those are the guys that we played through a ton. And especially what's even more impressive about that, Vinny, is because the amount of attention that Nikola and Jamal get. Those guys are being hounded everywhere. Anthony Davis is just playing free safety, sitting in the paint for 8 seconds at a time and showing an extra crowd. And so to only have 6 turnovers for 8 points in a game of this magnitude, I really felt, because that was my fear going in. On the road, if we fueled their break, this place is going to get crazy. LeBron getting downhill, throwing lob dunks, so this could get out of control quickly. And we never allowed that to happen off of our mistakes. And that's what you have to do. Good teams do not beat themselves on the road.
Front row in the rest.
Coach, how important was it for your team to get off to a fast start that you guys were able to do today?
Yeah, I mean, and you have to give Jamal Murray a lot of credit in that regard. I thought Jamal, what did he have in the first quarter? I know he had 30 at halftime. 17 in the first quarter, shooting into a big basket, and his teammates were finding him. And that's one thing I love about our team as well, is that there is no sensitivities. If a guy's got it going, we're going to ride that guy, knowing that at some other point in the game we're going to need somebody else to step up and make a play. And I thought tonight was a perfect example of that. It was Jamal early, it was Jamal and Nikola late, and a lot of guys in between that stepped up. I have to say, I thought Michael Porter tonight was outstanding. Like that to me is a snapshot of Michael Porter's potential greatness. 14 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, and no turnovers. And one of my favorite plays of the night, he caught the ball in front of the Laker bench. He could have shot the ball contested. He makes one more pass to Bruce Brown, wide open corner three, good to great. And, that shows Michael's continued maturation as a player. So very proud of Michael in the game he played tonight.
Second row over here.
We saw Murray last game. Didn't really have it going until boom, fourth quarter he dominates. Kind of that was flipped a little bit with Joker tonight. You mentioned the adjustment by Coach Jokic. What else did you see from him in the fourth quarter to really kind of take control of that game?
From Jamal or from Nikola?
Joker tonight.
Just demanding the ball. There was a little stretch there, I think, early where AD was out. So we made a concerted effort to post up Nikola every time, to get into the bonus early, which we did, and just play through him. I mean, that's the thing about Nikola. Like, you can throw whatever defense you want at him. His IQ is just through the roof, and he's going to figure out what you're doing and how he can play his game, but also how he can make those around him better, which is what I think ultimately makes him the great player that he is. He uplifts everyone around him on a nightly basis, and I just saw a guy that, even though the game throughout wasn't his game, in the fourth quarter, demanding the ball, calming us down, and making right play after right play, and it's just sometimes a thing of beauty to watch him out there.
Ball on the right.
Michael, on top of that, we don't see Nikola struggle like that for 3 quarters. It's almost like the first time we saw him be human. Why do you guys not get rattled in a situation like that, especially on the road?
Well, it helped that Jamal had 30 in the first half. You know what I mean? So as Nikola's struggling and Jamal is thriving, we're okay. We're holding water. I think our defense in these playoffs overall has been really good. And when Nikola goes out and you can hold a team to 42% in the second half with the MVP not being out there, that says a lot about your defense. That got us out, and we ran, and we got some easy baskets at times. But Nikola's not going to have a bad game. And he missed some shots that he normally makes. They were, sometimes you say, wow, he never misses that shot. But, he's got the complete trust of not only myself, but everybody in that locker room, knowing he's going to make the right play and he's going to come through for us because he's done it time and time again.
Last two. Rachel?
Michael, we often talk about the maturity leaps that players make in their third or fourth season, and I remember having a lot of those conversations about Jamal at the time. What's the maturity leap now that he's in his 6th season? Because there's that other level, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's. I hope that we're all getting better. I'm trying to get better. I never want to stop learning. I never want to stop growing. And you could say the same thing for Nikola, who was a 2-time MVP, finding ways to improve. And for Jamal, the biggest thing this year, Rachel, was getting healthy. And then being back healthy, but then getting over the mental hurdle of reminding myself I can get back to not just the level I was at in the bubble, but how do I surpass that? And that was, I remember being in the bus with him, going to the airport after he did the injury in Golden State the next day, and he had tears in his eyes. And that was the message. Hey, man, you're going to come back from this, and not only are you going to come back, you're going to be better. And that's in that moment, it's really hard to believe that. And his first thought was, man, are you guys going to trade me? And that was his, I'm damaged goods. Are you guys going to trade me now? And I hugged him. I said, hell no. Like, you're ours. We love you. We're going to help you get back, and you're going to be a better player for it. And I think what he's doing in these playoffs is just a reminder of a guy that we drafted 7 years ago that has continued to find ways to improve and really show out on the biggest stage in the world.
Last question over here on the right.
Yeah, Coach, with about 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third, Aaron Gordon skies for like 10 feet and grabs a big offensive rebound, gets it around for a three-pointer for MPJ. I think the next possession he has a block. Can you tell me about some of the little and big things that AG does for you?
Well, I think you just said it. Like, the little things he does for us are big things. I mean, like, Aaron is a guy that is always flying under the radar. And if you want to talk about one guy that really embodies a huge part of our culture about being selfless, Aaron Gordon is a tremendous poster child for that. He has checked his ego at the door. He knew coming into this year with Jamal and Michael back that his role would be different, and he never fought that. Rather, he embraced it. And he said, okay, I want to win a championship. I want to help everybody in this locker room win a championship. And for me and us to do that, I have to be the best version of myself within this role, defending, rebounding, offensive rebounds, making plays for other people. And his impact throughout the Minnesota, Phoenix, and now Lakers series is tangible. Like, we would not be in this position if it wasn't for Aaron Gordon's play, his attitude, and just how unselfish he is.
Thank you, Coach.